This is Sanja.
Yo, check it out. It's my girl Sanja.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, what up, Sanja?
Welcome. How you doing? I'm all right. You know, enjoying the new perspective that has been gained due to all of the very, very interesting, leaning more towards the positive, right? Yeah. Very interesting things that have taken place over the past couple of weeks. It's just been a lot to process, you know. A lot has been happening for me in the past couple of years. It's been a very interesting time period. I did a wedding over the weekend. Shouts out to Hillary and all of the people that were there. It was such a beautiful ceremony. It was nice DIY. She did a lot of the decoration. I think all of the decoration she did them herself. Her and her bridesmaids. Beautiful job. Good time. And I enjoyed the impromptu during the dance. Of course, during the dancing, I was DJing. And the groom, you know, I saw him starting to belt out the "You Shook Me All Night Long," and I was like, give him the microphone. And it was the best serenade. It was so great just to see, great to see love. And it was a really dope moment. And it was definitely one of the best impromptu wedding moments that I've had. Also, hey, shouts out to another bride who did who rapped Eminem's Rap God in her wedding dress. That was awesome. I definitely like it, you know, weddings. There's such a great celebration, you know, just happiness. And it's also like the time where you finally get to like let go of the stress from the day and getting ready and all of the people you've had to deal with. So shouts out to love. Hey, and by the way, I am a DJ also. Hey, open format. And I've done so many diverse kinds of weddings. Not even funny. Turkish weddings, Polish weddings, Jamaican weddings, Haitian weddings, you know, anyway, all kinds of weddings. So you can always go to the website, sonjadenYse.com. Contact forms on there. You can just shoot me a little email. Hey, I do travel. Hey, like to travel. Speaking of liking to travel, I like to travel because it brings about change, right? One of the reasons why I like living where I'm at, because you can just so easily just be in a whole different place and be experiencing a different environment. Of course, you take yourself with you. You can at least have different visual stimuli. And I really enjoy that. Also, I enjoy the fall and how the weather, when it changes, you get to see the different seasons, and it brings about, I feel like it brings about different parts of your personality, right? Cuffing season, you know what I'm saying? Breakup season, you feel me? Okay. So, I enjoy the change, you know, that it's very visual and in your face, like things should not remain the same, you know, and not just when you freaking die, or the obvious being a baby growing into a toddler, teenager, into an adult. Like once you turn into an adult, I still think that there's much change that happens. I had some young girls in the car the other day, and I was really intrigued because she was talking about how important birthdays were to her, and how when she turned 16 that it became a realization that I am no longer a child, you know, and how it kind of freaked her out, and she was having some anxiety about that. And now this is a young woman who comes from a well-to-do family, so she certainly isn't, you know, freaked out about how is she going to make it. This is really just a human problem of, wow, I'm no longer a kid. I am becoming an adult, and responsibility and right and wrong and all of these trappings that come along, I guess, with being an adult and responsibilities, right? And I was just kind of taken aback, to be honest. There's so many more from being a teenager to being an adult. And it's just interesting because you really do, when you're a teenager, you really think, like, you know that things are going to change, but you don't know how much things are going to change, you know? And it's not just like responsibilities. It's just a lot of different things. Now, I do feel that not all adults change, you know, but what I want to talk about is, how do you know when it's time to change? How do you know when it's time to take the leap? How do you do that? How do you change? You know, how do you, venture into new territory? How do you do that? Like, I tend to just kind of like go for it and not really know what the hell I'm doing and just like, learn while I'm on the way. But I feel like there are other territories that you've got to go with people. And it's not that there's more power in numbers. It's just that there's more you can get sometimes. If things are in synergy, you can get more things done within numbers, with a, support, so to speak, and I myself, for the past, I would say 3 years have been, 3 years, have been going through a change, not the change, girl, nah, but have definitely been going through change where I'm realizing a sister girl has never been on her own for real. Like I've been on my own, but I always had my kid. I had my daughter when I was young. And so now I'm free, but I'm not free, but it's different because like for the first year, it was like, ooh, wow. Okay. Let me find out how I really like to eat my eggs and not having to make eggs so that a kid will freaking eat them. Different kinds of little things like that. As a mom, you're always able to be yourself, but I feel like it's important is instead of we put our kids in front of us, we kind of have a blend going on where it's our kids and us, if I was to do it again, which I'm not trying to do it again, but, and even how I'm going to do it now because once you become a mom, it never stops. How I'm doing it now is a blend of me and you, not just me trying to live for you because I can't, the change. But I mean, when you're living life, no matter how old you are, whether you have a kid, whether you don't have a kid, no matter what it is you're doing, how do you know when it's time to start making a change? Say, for example, you have an office job and you're making good money, but your heart's not in it and you want to become a sculptor, How do you know, and do you ever take that leap of faith, make that change? If you're a smoker and you want to stop smoking, you sniff coke and you want to stop sniffing coke, you have a lot of sex, you want to slow it down. I don't know if you should do that one. I think having a lot of sex is very healthy for you. So let's ixnay on that one. But let's just say, seriously, how do you know when it's time to make a change? Because I personally am feeling like I can feel it. I can feel it in the air. I can feel there's a change brewing, and not like a change as in like you have to like a total, 180, but I mean like an adjustment, a growth, an expansion. How do you know when it's time to do that? I personally am beginning to feel maybe we too have a programming in us when you start feeling that dissatisfaction and that desire at the same time. I think when you have something that it is that you want to do, is there something that you want to do? I enjoy very much in real life encouraging people to, take the leap, do whatever it is that you want to do. I don't care, how it is that you're meeting me and what I might look like, because sister girl love to walk around in some sweats and a t-shirt. So listen, I'm the type of person that I really only want to get dressed like if I'm going somewhere. No matter how you meet me, no matter what you might think, I like to encourage people, and it might not always seem that people are having and enjoying success if they're not enjoying millions of dollars. Once again, that lesson has been shown to me that honey, millions of dollars does not mean success. Millions of dollars does not mean happiness. Okay. So the important thing is you being in touch with you and knowing when is it time to change. Like I'm feeling a change coming through, you know. Sometimes the past has come up and it's, you know, been what I thought was a mistake. You know, I thought like, what could I have done different? Realizing, you know, I really couldn't have done anything different and I didn't do anything wrong. And what's interesting is to know, because sometimes you have to have a little distance. What's interesting to know is, no, I didn't do anything wrong and everything's fine. It's all a part of the change, because sometimes you will not take the change when you feel the stirrings of the change. And if you don't take the change, well, the change gonna come to you. You know what I'm saying? And let me be honest with you. I don't really want all of that happening anymore. Like I want to, as I'm feeling right now, the stirrings and the wanting of change. And I don't mean change, but growth. Let me stop saying change, because I mean growth. The stirrings and the wantings of growth, instead of me trying to stuff it down and ignore the feelings in my gut of follow this impulse and do this and, you know, take the chance. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely going with it. Like I'm the type of person that I follow most of them, but there are some that I don't follow. Right. And I do later on see, I go, I wasn't making that up. I should have listened, you know? But nothing is ever going wrong. It's all good. But I do want to take heed to the call of the growth and the change that, you know, I guess our inside our hearts is always calling us forth to. So if you're feeling super dissatisfied with life or just super dissatisfied with where you're at, or you feel like you're treading water and things of that nature, you know, maybe it's time that we start taking a look inside and seeing inside of us what it is that we are ready to grow for. What are we looking to, you know, what are we willing to change and do differently? I mean, it's insanity if you keep doing the same thing, expecting different results, right? So, I mean, I'm all about the change right now, honey. Everything right now, everything I'm doing right now is just all new. I'm just, girl, I can't lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to you. You understand what I'm saying? I'm over here just throwing it up on the wall and, you know, seeing what sticks. I'm enjoying myself, but I am feeling like some next level stuff. So everything, you know, started DJing and that was great. Made some money. Said, oh snap, can pay my bills with this stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I feel the urge for growth, for some more. And so now we're podcasting. Always been on the radio, but now podcasting, I'm getting used to my actual thoughts and what the hell I actually want to talk about, and letting myself hang with no or worry about, you know, broadcasters and, you know, who's going to say I'm wild and who's going to prevent me from getting a job and who's going to keep letting all of that go, wanting to change, wanting to express myself completely, because I feel like people think I'm quite tame, and I'm a very chill, laid back person, but at the same time, not so much, you know. You know, I do things that I think people would be like, oh, really? That's what she does? You know what I mean? Like holding down the strip clubs for a year and a half, and the club that I'm at right now. So I definitely want to start expressing, and not in like, you know, some shake 'em up booty way type, but I'm feeling the heat of the call. I'm not the make a plan and this is what happens type. So I'm just not. We're going to follow the breadcrumbs. And so far, there's been quite a few breadcrumbs. So far, there's been quite a few things that I'm like, this is what I'm saying. Okay. All right. Okay. So I wasn't. Okay. I ain't here. Okay. All right. So I'm right. Okay. So it's coming. All right. So it's coming, you know, and I'm very excited. So you know what? I would like to actually talk to some other people who might be feeling the heat, because even though I've always done what I wanted to, and it's just a shame because I feel like, before social media, and I feel like I'm going to say this now because it was dawning on me and I'm like, wait a minute, I never even got no love, no recognition for this shit or nothing. But in Kansas, I was the first Black female to hit #1 and it beat the other stations double digits. Here in Connecticut, as first Black female to be on the radio and hit #1, okay, and hit #2 in the market against all the other stations, all right, okay, and never really got any love for that because, of course, my name was Lisa Evans, you know what I mean, and listen, I actually got tired of people calling me Lisa Evans because I was like, dude, my name is Sanja. And, I kind of want to hear my name, Sanja. I've gone 10 years without hearing my name. So, I'm kind of like starting all over and I'm not really starting over because, I done did what I did and I do what I do. You know what I'm saying? But it's time to, reinvent, myself because the truth is as Sanja Denise, it's a new book, honey. We had a new book and I want to go for mine and live because again, it's just being shown to me that it's not about the success and, what other people think. It's about your own happiness. If there's something that you want to do, you want to draw, you want to write books, you want to write a screenplay, you want to run a mile, you want to lose 5 pounds, you want to eat a chocolate cake, you want to braid your hair, whatever the fuck it is that you want to do, you better do that shit. You want to be a fluid gender person, you better do it. You want to be gay, you do it. You want to do it. It's just life is, and I don't want to say that life is short and that that's the reason why you should live that way. No, because life is meant to be enjoyed. We're supposed to be here enjoying ourselves. The spirit, how you even get here as a human being is through sex, damn it. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, if Creator made it so that people keep procreating, they get to have a little orgasm at the same time, then that's my type of God, first of all. Hello. Hello. I'm just saying, okay? But it's the truth. But it's the truth. So I'm just saying, I feel like what we should be doing is definitely having fun. And I definitely want to talk to some more people who are feeling the call to growth and change. And how are you feeling? And what the hell are you going to do about it? You know what I mean? So stay tuned and let me go see if I can find some other people who happen to be feeling the same way. And who knows, maybe we'll get a little tribe started, right?
This is Sanja.
Yo, check it out. It's my girl Sanja.
Oh, yeah. Yo, what up, Sanja?
Hey, do me a favor, Google a chick. Yeah, there's a reason that I'm like full of energy and kind of happy and things like that is not because I've had the easiest life. Girl, I am, what? Okay. But I did pick up a few things in my life experience. And when I talk to people always tell me, oh my God, I love your energy. And oh my God, what do you do? So I decided to write it down, put it in a book, examples on how I picked up on the patterns that were happening. And then also kind of started getting a little bit of an advantage. Yeah, because the law of attraction and just a lot of cool things are going on in this universe that, we are just now starting to tap in on. Yeah. And I want to help you tap in on it too. Granted, it is literally a self journey, but when you hear stories of other people, then it helps you to understand where you're at on your journey too. So join me on my journey. Let's journey on this together. It's called Manifest Beauty, available on Amazon.com, Walmart.com, and a couple other places where they sell books. Appreciate ya.